Take a deep breath and exhale. Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good evening. Sorry. 1 minute. Yeah. Good
Good
evening.
evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good
How
evening,
are
sir.
you?
Good
How are
evening,
you
Good
all?
evening, sir.
Good
Great,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Great, sir.
Great, sir.
Great, sir. Great, sir.
Okay,
Great,
nice.
sir.
Okay. Good to see you all. Yes. Are you excited about
Yes,
today's
sir.
session?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very
Yes, sir.
Super
curious.
excited.
Yes, sir.
Very
Super
curious.
excited.
Okay, fine. Just give me 1 minute. Everything is set up. Okay, only one problem you may experience is I have a tongue blister, okay, mouth also. So with that, I may be able to pronounce properly or may not be able to pronounce. It's okay. Have you watched recently Pushpa movie? Okay, in that he can't speak properly, right, by having so much pan parag in his mouth. Okay, so in the same way, there is so much of saliva which is releasing. Guys, please mute yourself when you're not speaking. Okay, yeah. So just Rama, please mute yourself. Guys, unless until I ask any question, then only just otherwise just mute yourself. Okay, good then. Um, we have 36. And no one invited any friends, family members. Everyone is our class students only. Okay, thank you. Literally, when I was preparing this presentation, I was feeling like, wow, what a great knowledge, which I am not aware of so far. But recently, when I was reading the book, I got to know enormous amount of knowledge, but it was too dry because it's too technical. But yeah, I've tried multiple times to attempt to understand what it is exactly and try to know the concepts in depth so that I can create the connection with what I had already the knowledge about the previous concepts and the new concept which I have learned. My request, advice to the people that it may take, if everything goes fine, it may take nearly 2 hours to complete the entire presentation. But as you know that my presentations are not boring, and in between you will get to know a lot of surprises and shocking things and everything what is needed for you at this point of time in your life. And this knowledge will be surely helpful for you in a lot of areas in your life to overcome every problem of your life. Okay. So only thing you have to just keep your attention in between. If you get distracted, bring yourself back to presentation and focus and write down whatever I am saying here. You just write down and then you will not get deviate. Yeah, obviously When you go to movie, you will watch 3 hours movie, right? In the same way, now you will be watching 2 hours movie, where I'll be explaining a lot of things which you are not even aware of, and which I was also not aware of previously. But yeah, luckily I got to know this knowledge, and I'm very much happy to share this knowledge with you all. Okay, guys, please mute yourself. Remember, always look at your mute option, and then whether you are on mute or mute, just check always. Otherwise, it's going to be disturbing for me. Okay, without further delay, let's start today's session. Can anyone guess what could be the session title and all?
Your life stories are already.
Oh, my life story. Okay, no, thank you. The thing is, I'm not given any title for this session today. You have to give the title at the end of the session. That's your duty, okay? Because I was thinking what title to give, but the kind of concept which I've included is something, multi-starrer. So I can't give one title and then it is going to be, injustice like that, I thought, and I can't find the right title. I have title, but I just want you to guess it and then see what exactly the titles you are going to give. So let me start my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
So title, you have to decide. I don't know what is the title, but let me tell you something. Human life, okay? It's about life, okay? It's about life. Guys, as I said, please mute yourself. Otherwise, I have to forcefully mute everyone. Then you can't respond in between. Okay. Mm, fine. So here, understand, human life is designed in such a way that there are so many advantages we have. In my previous presentation, when I was explaining about the neuroanatomy, in that presentation, I explained God has given us great boons to survive in this, life. During the days when we used to stay in jungle, we always encountered by the different threats. So to survive from each threat, God has given us the great boon by survival mechanism. Okay, so different we have different types of survival mechanisms. One among that survival mechanism, we have already seen that amygdala part in our previous presentation. Okay, those of you don't aware of what it is, don't worry about anything. Okay, till the last slide, don't feel anything. I'll clarify everything by the end of the last slide. Till that time, don't come to any conclusion. This is something difficult for me to understand, and I don't know. Maybe he's teaching biology, chemistry, physics, science, and I'll don't feel anything. I'll make concepts very easy for everyone to understand. By the end of the session, you will get everything clearly. Okay. Yeah. So human life has given with the great survival mechanisms, but broadly it was divided into two survival mechanisms. One is growth and another one is protection. Okay. So our human life has bestowed upon us with a great boon called survival mechanisms in our body, in our mind. And that survival mechanisms roughly divided into two types. One is growth and another one is a protection. So, how exactly this growth and protection is going to help us to survive in our life? I'm going to talk about today. Okay. And what exactly this protection means and what exactly this growth means and how these really contributing towards our life, our survival. That is a topic for entire session with full of surprises, with full of great understanding. So let's understand now what exactly the survival mechanisms by looking at these two images. What first image talks about? I've given two survival mechanisms, right? One is protection and another one is growth. Okay. So first image represents what type of survival mechanism?
Protection.
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 Protection. You are trying to protect yourself
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the jungle animal. Okay.
Yes.
And second one is about cooking the food
Survival.
and
Growth.
eating the food and all related to
Growth.
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 If you eat
Yes, sir.
and eat only, then you will be able to survive and grow in your life. So these are the two different types of protection mechanisms Okay, survival mechanisms which are helping us to survive. And one important and shocking news is that at a time, we can only operate with one mechanism, not two at a time. Either you will be fully on protection mode, either you will be fully on growth mode. But both cannot happen at a time. So that is the problem here. Okay, that is the biggest problem here. At a time, optimally, we can use only one survival mechanism, not two. That means either you can be protective mode, either you can be growth mode. So let's see what exactly energy spending of this particular, why exactly only we can do one at a time means. Suppose you see you are cooking the food in the jungle and suddenly one tiger entered. And what will be the chance for you, option for you? You have to run away from that place, otherwise it is going to kill you, or you have to fight with that tiger to save your life. But at the time you can't cook, at the same time you can't save yourself from that place, right? Why? Because here the energy which spends for you to run away from that situation, you need more energy. And when it comes to protection, protection mechanism is most powerful mechanism which shutdowns every process in your body and gives you the energy to save your life from that dangerous situation. How these things happens? And here, as you understand, energy spending for protection mechanism is too higher, and the energy which is there inside you, which you have already spent most of the time for protection only, then where is the energy left over for your growth? That's a question mark we should ask for our life. And what exactly the protection I'm talking about, what is the growth I'm talking about, I'll reveal in future slides. Okay, and now let's move to very important observation that the more, the longer you stay in production mode, what will happen? The more you consume your energy reserves. Obviously, every time you're constantly threatened by the different problems, by the animals and different things in your life. So it will never let you to spend your time on growth. It always asks you to focus on the protection. And when you are completely focused on protecting yourself, then the most of your energy goes for protecting yourself itself, which in turn you should compromise on your growth. You want to grow in your life, but you are constantly threatened by different threats in your life, then you can't focus on your growth. You will be always dealing in protecting yourself. Understood? So this is what the difference between protection and growth. But this is not the story. Obviously, if I share this general concepts and theory, then what is the difference between me and the other people? So let's get into the most exciting thing. Okay. So who controls these behaviors? Who control these mechanisms? Is none other than our nervous system. Okay, so nervous system has given the boon to us to choose which mechanism to operate now at this point of time. It decides. Our nervous system has designed in such a way that it will decide whether you should focus now on protection mode or growth mode. This one will decide by perceiving the external threats. Whatever is there around you, it perceives the external threats by different signals and by different actions. It will observe each and every situation, and then it decides in which mode you should be now. Okay, and who decides is nervous system. And in nervous system, we'll be seeing what exactly the parts which are really contributing towards the protection system. So far we have seen survival mechanism is divided into two types. One is protection and one is growth. And we will talk about the growth later part, but now we will be focusing on protection part. And this protection, whatever the protection we are getting, right, we are going to have two types of protection systems. Okay. One is HPA axis and another one is I talk about later. So what exactly this protection system is going to do us is it is going to protect our life in every situation. This protection system is going to save our life in lot of areas. And what exactly this nervous system is going to do to protect our life, and what exactly this HPA means, and what exactly the axis means. Okay, so clear, listen very carefully. If you can understand this mechanism, what I am going to explain about HPA system, you can solve every problem of your life. You can solve every problem of your life. Every problem should fit into this mechanism, what I'm going to explain in your life. Okay. So what exactly HPA? And H stands for hypothalamus. Okay, H is represents hypothalamus, P represents pituitary gland, and A represents adrenaline glands. Okay, adrenaline glands. So HPA means H represents hypothalamus, P represents pituitary gland, A represents adrenaline gland. So I'll show you what is hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Before that, I let me show you A, adrenaline gland. So adrenaline gland is a gland which is located just above your kidneys. Okay. So if you see here image, okay. So the image here shows these two white color or flesh color related, right? These two things are represents the adrenaline gland. So what exactly hypothalamus will do, what is pituitary gland will do, what adrenaline glands will do, I will explain briefly, not in depth, because that's not our main motto. The connection among these three things are very important in our concept, but not what individual do and all. There are a lot of big concepts. I can create separate presentation on each individual, but for now, let's understand what hypothalamus will do and what pituitary gland and what adrenaline gland will do. Okay. So if you see here brain structure, there is a area, okay, this area called blue sky something, okay, blue, light blue color, pale blue color is this area called hypothalamus. And just below that there is a one shape, okay, p shape, p, okay, chickpeas are there, right? That p shape color is called as a pituitary gland. So what exactly hypothalamus is, I already explained in my neuroanatomy session. Hypothalamus is a mr hormonal, okay, we call it as a mr hormonal, which balances every hormone in our body and brain. Okay, which is responsible for every hormone in our brain and which controls the different brain, hormones. Suppose now you're joining in this class, you are feeling thirsty. That feeling of thirsty come to your brain because of this hypothalamus. Okay. If you feel thirsty, because of this hypothalamus will tell you that, send you the signals to you that now you are feeling thirsty, have some water. And you are feeling little hungry, and it will give you the signals that you are feeling hungry, have some food. And if you are feeling lust, okay, then it will ask you to go and have some sex. Okay. These related things and all taken care by every hormone of your body, taken care by hypothalamus. And coming to the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is a chemical factory. Okay, pituitary gland is a chemical factory, and we call it as a master gland. So, what exactly this master gland? Glands will produce different chemicals. You have thyroid glands, and you have different glands in your body, and okay, brain. So, this pituitary gland is a master which sends the signals to other glands whether to release the chemical or not, whether to release the chemical or not. But who controls this pituitary gland is a hypothalamus. The boss of pituitary gland is the hypothalamus. But to other glands, pituitary gland is the boss. Getting? And don't worry about the pineal gland. That is not our subject today. But generally, hypothalamus is the chemical where it always takes care of your body temperature. Okay. Suppose your body temperature is in control, it will take care of your body temperature and your breathing rate and your heart rate and everything in the back end will be taken care by your hypothalamus. Okay. And then come to the pituitary gland. Now you understand, now you know where the adrenal glands located, above, just above the kidneys. And now you know in the brain where hypothalamus is located and where pituitary gland is located. So let me zoom in little bit more and have create the connection among these three parts, and then why exactly HPA accesses protection system and all, I'll tell you. Okay. So if you just zoom in the brain structure, this above area is our hypothalamus, and below these two these two shapes represent the pituitary gland. So what exactly happens is, suddenly when you see any threat, any danger, anything, when you in the suppose you have seen the lion. Okay, suppose you are in the jungle and suddenly you have seen the lion. You have not even seen the lion, just bushes were moving, and suddenly what will happen, your hypothalamus will detect the danger by just seeing that bushes moving. And then what it will do, it will immediately releases the CRH, okay, corticotrophin releasing hormone. Okay, CRH, corticotrophin releasing hormone or factor, will releases in the hypothalamus, and it will send to your pituitary gland. Okay, the signals will send to your pituitary gland. The immediately the CRH touches the pituitary gland, the pituitary glands will activate. It's like turning on the switch. Suddenly turning on the switch. So when you turn on the switch, what will happen? Fan will turn on, light will turn on, right? In the same way, when any threat detected by your hypothalamus, the chemical imbalance will happen in your hypothalamus, and it will send one chemical to your pituitary gland to get activate. Now it will tell, okay, we are in the danger. Now activate like that. It will send one chemical signal, and that chemical is called as a CRH, corticotrophin releasing hormone. And the moment when the pituitary gland receives of that chemical, it gets activated. And its duty now, it's a master gland. It should activate all the glands in the body, whatever the glands which are required for that moment to protect yourself from. So what it will do, pituitary gland will release the ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. And where it will go? It will go to your adrenaline glands. The moment when this chemical reaches to adrenaline gland, then adrenaline glands will produce the cortisol. Okay, cortisol. Cortisol is a great hormone which deals with the stress. Okay, we call as a cortisol is a stress hormone. The moment when your adrenaline glands releases the stress hormone, then immediately what will happen? It will completely, you know, give you the energy which is needed for you, and then save you from that situation. How it will do and all, I will explain you. Okay, very detailed I'll explain, but so far you have seen the connection among the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and then adrenaline gland, and what chemical is activating what body part and all, you are aware of so far. Okay, and now let's move to the next slide where I will explain you in detail. So you see here, the brain will produces the hypothalamus. Okay, sorry, the hypothalamus in the brain, and that releases CRF. CRF nothing but corticotrophin releasing factor, and which activates the pituitary gland. Where is my mouse? Yeah, pituitary gland, and pituitary gland will move, release the adrenocorticotrophin hormone, and that activates the adrenaline gland, and then it releases the cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and then what it will do is, suddenly you have just released everything. Obviously what you need, when the tiger is in front of you, just ignore about the tiger. You might have got chased by a lot of dogs in your childhood. Okay, and when the dog was chasing you, what will happen? This mechanism only happens in the brain. Immediately when the cortisol releases, means when the stress hormone releases in your brain and your body, the cortisol will directly mix up with the blood. Okay, directly mix up with the blood, and stress is now induced into your blood. What it will do is, it will send a huge energy to your hands and your legs and your eyes and your heart and to your lungs. Getting? Why? Because you need to run faster in that moment from that situation to escape from the dangerous situation. How you can run faster? The moment when you have more energy in your legs and in your hands, and when your heart is pumping more blood, when your lungs are more capacity, because you can take more breath inside, and then you can run away from that situation. And at that time your eye pupils also becomes bigger, because you can see the things very clearly and you can run away from that situation. That is a great system which has given to us. This HPA axis is a great boon to us to save our life instantaneously without thinking much. You can directly run away from the situation. Now you are in my class. Suddenly there is a fire just besides you, or there is a snake besides you. What will you do? Immediately you'll run away from this class, right? You don't even think that what important class it is and all. For you, it doesn't matter. This class is a comes under growth. For you now, protection is important. So you should protect your life. You don't even respect me also, that, oh, I should respect Rakesh sir because he has given very good presentation and all. You doesn't. After you survive, then improving yourself and all comes into the picture. But in this class now, for you, knowledge is important. But suddenly when snake comes, you don't even think about the class and you don't even think about anyone in this class also. So that is called as a protection system. And who will enable you to do that action and all will be HPA axis. See how beautiful it is and how great it is. But what is the problem in our lives is that, how many times you are threatened by the dog? How many times you are every day threatening by the snake? How many times you are threatening by the lion and all? But what you are threatened by is just speaking in front of the people. Okay. The moment when I ask you to speak in front of the people and ask you to give the presentation, that is a dangerous situation for you. That's how your brain perceives. Why? Because you always tell to your brain that, okay, I can't speak in front of the people, I can't speak in English and all. That fear you induce in your brain, and because of that fear you are not able to speak. Why? And you always wanted to run away from that situation. You feel that speaking in front of the public is a dangerous situation for you, and your brain hypothalamus feels like, yeah, this is what the fear for him, and let him move and let me release the chemicals and I'll release the stress hormone cortisol. What will you do? And your heart rate goes up and you get the sweating and you get shivering and you feel like I should escape from the situation. And same with interviews also. Okay, interviews also dangerous situation for you. You feel like suddenly your stress hormone releases and gives you lot of stress hormone. But remember one thing, it is releasing you to tell you that take the action. Okay, I'll tell you now. Okay, so protection system is designed into two parts, as I said, and then first one is a HPA axis system, and second one is a immune system. Okay, HPA axis is for external threats, whatever the threats which are going to happen outside. HP axis is save you from the external threats, what is happening around you, and immune system is internal threats, bacteria, virus, whatever the flus you get, right? Those things taken care by your immune system. The moment when you get a flu, cold, or coronavirus and all, your immune system is going to fight inside and then protect you from inner side. But whereas HP axis is for the external threats and external dangers. How exactly? Why there are why adrenaline system or HPA axis shut down the immune system? Okay, now you understand there is a HPA axis and then immune system. Here protection system also only one works at a time, not both at a time. Previously survival mechanism, protection and growth, only one works at a time. In the same way, when it comes to these two things, protection systems, one is a HPA axis and another one is a protection system. What exactly? Only one thing works at a time. Why? Because I'll tell you. Why exactly adrenaline system is nothing but HPA system shut down the immune system. I'll tell you. Suppose think of you are now sick because of your health issue. You got a fever and you admitted in the hospital. And for that to cure yourself from the fever and cold or any particular health issues, you need immune system to develop inside by tablets, whatever you take and all. Immune system will work to cure you from the disease. But imagine one lion entered into that hospital. Okay. What will you do? You will immediately run away from that bed, right? You don't even think about the fever and you don't even think, suppose you are suffering with the diarrhea or any loose motions and all, you don't even have the energy inside. And immediately what will happen? You will immediately run away from that bed. You don't even think about the doctor and saline bottles and all. You will just throw everything away and then you will save yourself. Or else any fire accident happened in that hospital or any bomb threat came. Okay, somebody told that there is a bomb in this hospital. And then what will you do? Everybody will run away from that place to save their life. Why? Because in the protection system, if you are suffering with the fever, you may die or survive. It will be like you will die after some years or some days or some weeks. But when the lion come, you will die immediately. Which is the bigger threat? Which is the bigger threat is the lion. And your brain will decide which is the bigger threat, and then it will always save you from the bigger threat from the than the normal threats. In this situation, your fever, your other health issues and all normal threats for you. But when it comes to other bigger threats, could be like anything, whatever the job interviews or lion, snake, anything could be that much. Suppose you now think of you got the fever and your immune system is working on your health to cure your disease. And at the time, you feel before fever you are very healthy, but once you get the fever, how your health would be and how your energy levels, it will be very low, right? Why? Because inside your immune system is working on to cure you. At the time, immune system consumes so much of energy. Immune system consumes so much of energy, and now lot of energy is only taking care by taking by your immune system. That is not sufficient for you to save you from the dangerous situation. What it will do, it will stop the immune system first. Okay, it will say that now listen, now we have very bigger problem than your fever. For that, what we are going to do, we are not going to give any energy for you. It will say immune system will not, sorry, don't type. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, immune system will say, sorry, this protection system says that now see, we have very big threat than your fever. So for that, what we are going to do now, we are not going to send any energy to you. That means immune system will be shut down. And then what it will do, the entire energy, whatever is going to be used by your immune system, is sent to your HPA system. HPA system will give you that energy to run away from that big, dangerous situation. And what it will do, it will inject a lot of stress hormone into your blood. and now your blood is filled with full of adrenaline and cortisol. Now it will enable you to do the action or take the action instantaneously. You are walking on the road, suddenly one vehicle was coming nearby you, and you have seen suddenly, and then at the time what will you do? Immediately will jump out of that place, right? You will run immediately, move yourself to jump from that dangerous situation. Who will give that energy is this HPA system. That's why you are saved in a lot of situations. But you understood, right? Why your energy system is shut down to immune system? If you are constantly, who is invoking this HPA axis is this external stress. External stress are the fears invoke your HPA axis. And the moment when your HPA axis is invoked, there is no energy supply to any other parts, to only to your arms and legs and heart and your eyes. Okay. And to your hypothalamus, the brain. Only few area of your brain will work, and only to save you from that situation. After that, you will get other functionality and all. Let me explain you. So you see here, hypothalamus releases CRF, cortisol releasing factor, and that activates the pituitary gland. 1 minute, let me clear these annotations. Yeah. So here, if you see this, hypothalamus releases CRF factor and will releases to pituitary. It activates the pituitary gland, and pituitary gland will activate the adrenaline gland. And then once the adrenaline gland is activated, it's nothing but stress hormone. It releases a stress, and it is for either fight with that situation or flight from the situation. And then immediately it will suppress your immune system. Your immune system stops working. That means whenever you are under stress, your immune system stops working. That's why you will get even more problems. Okay, so I'll tell you what exactly the stress concept and all. Okay, so as I said, the moment when your brain releases, okay, the brain releases the different chemicals, hypothalamus releases, your brain, suppose you are in the danger. Think of, you are on the stage and you are trying to speak in front of 1,000 people. At that time, your brain feels it's a danger. Your brain feels it's a danger, and you start getting the fear. The moment when you feel fear, HPA system activates to save you. And what it will do, it will release so much cortisol in your blood. And now you have so much of cortisol in your blood. And once you, means why cortisol releasing you is to face that fear. But a lot of times you don't even speak. Why? Because of that one particular cortisol, stress, whatever it releases, the blood will only passes through only few areas of your brain, not to the main areas. So think of the moment when you feel stress, your prefrontal cortex or your forebrain stops working. As I said, logical reasoning and thinking abilities and memory and all will be taken care by this forebrain. I have explained. CEO of brain is our prefrontal cortex and forebrain. That stops works because your blood, the body will not pump the blood to your forebrain. Okay, body will not pump the blood to forebrain. Instead, it will use by only hypothalamus and other body parts only. It will. Why? Because in the situation when the lion is attacking you, you can't think whether it's a good lion or funny lion and all. You can't do that kind of logical reasoning and all, right? For it is lion, that's it. And if it feels like fear is fear, that's it. It doesn't think that and all. And because of that, lot of times when you are getting panic while writing the exam, obviously when you're writing the exam, you get stress and panic and all. At the time, your mind will not recall the answers which you have read. You forgot a lot of things what you have written. And even though in the interviews also you have prepared so much, but still you forgot what you have prepared. Why? Because the blood will not circulate to your forebrain, which is the main important brain area, and it feels like it's a very difficult. And then it only takes care of the, and your blood will only goes to hind brain or mid brain only. Okay, so then all the other brain organs will be just stopped for a few moments. Why? That much powerful your HPA system is. And what else could be the side effects? Hmm. So the moment when your body or your brain feels stress, okay, as you know, HPA system and all, then the fear will immediately stops ideas. Okay, the fear will stops or blocks your ideas in that situation, and then it will immediately make you to lose the memory. Whatever you have prepared for your exams and all will be slowly you will lose that answers in that stressful situation, because for you, you should just run away from that situation or fight with the situation. At that time, memory will not work, and whatever you have great knowledge the prefrontal cortex functionalities you have already know, that will not work. Why? Because the blood is not flowing. Wherever the blood is not flowing, that body parts will not work. Okay. So now you understand here, HPA system is brilliantly designed. Okay, it's a great mechanism for handling the acute stress. Acute stresses means very dangerous stresses with you're really in the great stress when lion and snake and when the accident is about to happen and when you are about to jump out of certain situations and all. This HPA system acts as a brilliant and gives us so much power to save our life from but it was not designed for continuously activated. The moment when you feel fear, then it gets activated. If you are feeling calm, this HPA system will not activate. Okay. But suddenly when you feel fear or stress, it will get activated immediately. So remember now how many times in your day you are activating this HPA system for unnecessary reasons. That means every time when you are feeling stress, your blood is getting poisoned with the stress hormone called cortisol. Cortisol. And what it is doing, it is asking you to prepare yourself for the danger to face. But how many times you are facing with the real dangers? But we are constantly besieged by multitudes of unresolvable worries. Okay, besieged nothing but we are facing. Okay, you are constantly facing about your personal lives. Every time in your personal life, you are constantly activating this. And because of your jobs, whatever the jobs you are feeling job is a stress. And the moment when you feel job as a stress, then HPA system get activated. And then your blood is getting poisoned with the stress hormone and your day-to-day situations. Okay, a lot of times when somebody commented on negatively about your video, you get stress. And when somebody is not given the respect, you will get stress. And when somebody asks you to speak in the meetings, you get stress. When suppose one person called you for interview, you will get stress. And you get rejected by interview, you will get stress. And you are terminated by the job, you will get stress. For you, just leave your life also is stress. That's what the situation now you reached. So see, when you feel something as a stress, then it immediately releases chronicle elevated stress hormones. Means every time it releases the HPA axis will get activated and releases the cortisol in your blood and body. It's good. Cortisol releasing in our blood and body, giving us the energy to take the action. But how many times you're taking the action? Just think of now. Okay. I'll tell you with a beautiful example. Think of you are in the running competition. Okay. And when you are in the running competition, you know the line. And then the person who was conducting that competition, what he will do, he will have the gun or whistle and he will say 3, 2, 1. And before that, he will say that, okay, when I say let's go, only you should run. And the moment when he is saying that, okay, you are in the running competition, there are a lot of butterflies will run in your stomach. Have you felt any time like when I ask you to now speak in the class in front of this many people, you start feeling little inside something like that. Okay, little butterflies will go inside. Okay. So now you think of you are in the running competition and you are prepared and you to run the competition, and the person who is conducting the running competition told you that when I tell you that let's go only, then you should run. Otherwise, you should not run. So what he will do, he will start counting 3, 2. When he is saying 3, 2 and all, what you will do, you will set up your, you will set up your arms and legs and you will just, little bit elevated and then you wanted to run the moment when he say, let's go. But that person said one, but he is not saying let's go. What will happen? Your body is HP axis activated because you are in a very full stress because you should run that and win that competition. HPA system got activated and your blood is now running with the so much of cortisol that it gives you the so much of energy for you to run that competition. Now your blood is completely filled with a lot of cortisol, but that person is not saying go. What will happen? You will wait. Within just a matter of 2, 3 minutes, you will fall down. Why? Because that makes you unconscious. Okay, you will lose the control and you will fall down. Why? Because excessive amount of stress hormone released, and if it is not used, the cortisol not used for running, then you will fall down. Why? Because you have given so much of energy to run, but you are not running because you are waiting. And what will happen? You will just fall down. In the same way, now if I say that, okay, everybody should speak after my presentation, everybody should speak for 2 minutes on this presentation, what will happen? You will prepare your body. Immediately you will feel that it's a fear. Okay, immediately fear get activated and you feel stress. What will happen? stress hormone releases into your blood. Why it releases? It asks you to take the action. Two actions can be possible. One is fight or flight. Fight, nothing but unmute yourself and speak. Fight, nothing, sorry, flight, nothing but just turn off your video and then leave the class. Okay. Two options are available, fight or flight response. Now, if you fight, okay, if you fight nothing but you are speaking. That is the action. That is means you are in the running competition and I said, let's go, and you started running. The chemical which is released in your brain, blood is going to be useful for you. And that will not have any side effects. That will not have any side effects. But if that is energy released in your blood to enable you to speak, but you are not speaking, means that is going to become a poisonous. Okay. That means there is energy released, but you are not using it for speaking and doing other, to face that fear. Then what will happen? It will make you paralyzed. Means you get shivering and sweat and all, but you can't speak. The moment when you start feeling like that, then it unnecessarily gives you a lot of problems with stress levels in your body. Every time stress is relieving means obviously there is a side effect also, right? You should take the action. Why? Because stress is releasing is it is enabling you to take the action, but you are not taking the action itself. What will happen when the stress releases in your brain and body, but if you're not taking the action? Means, let me tell you, okay, almost every major illness that people are nowadays facing, okay, has linked to the chronic stress, nothing but continuous stress. Means you're activating your HPA axis every time for every simple fears, for every simple stress you are releasing and activating your chronic stress, means HPA axis. And lot of illnesses now currently what people are facing is linked with the chronic stress. And in between 75 to 90% of doctor visits have big contribution from the stress only. So understand, for every health problem what you are facing nowadays, having the contribution from the stress is 75% to 90%. If you are, why? Every time you are unnecessarily getting fear for simple things and releasing so much of cortisol in your blood, but you are not taking the action. And what will happen? So much of accumulation of stress in your blood will lead, because every body organ will operate with the blood, but your blood itself is pumping a poisonous blood with the stress induced. Then a lot of your body organs or brain organs get damaged. Your blood should be very fresh, very clean and good, but you are pumping every time with the cortisol in it as a chemical. But when the moment when you are every time getting stressed, your life will be in danger and every body part of yours will be in danger. Okay. So there is a one syndrome called Cushing's syndrome. What is a Cushing's syndrome? Nothing but when your blood is filled with so much of cortisol, that particular situation, that condition is called as a Cushing's syndrome. And what exactly the side effects of the Cushing's syndrome means? When your body blood is filled with full of cortisol, what exactly the side effects? Okay. So the first one is a back neck fat. Okay, a lot of, you see a lot of people nowadays having the so much of fat at the back side of their neck. That is a one syndrome. Okay, that is a one syndrome that affects. Second one is nowadays you see a lot of people who don't have in a muscle. Okay, they will have fat, very thin, muscles and arms and legs. You'll see very thin arms and legs. And then erectile dysfunction. Okay, erectile dysfunction is nothing but erectile dysfunction is related to the men's, okay, genital. Okay, men's genital is a penis. So what will happen is, the more and more, obviously, as I said, your blood is only pumped to main organs, not other organs, the moment when you feel stressed. So the moment when the blood is not circulating to certain body parts of your, brain and body, then that body parts will get dysfunctional. So in the same way, for the men who are feeling constantly stressed, nowadays people are having so many problems with their penis, erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction, nothing but you have a men, organ, right? Genital. So this is the main organ. Okay. And what will happen is it will just crushed into, okay, it will just, comes like this. Okay, it will not be erected. So this is what happens with in the men, those who are constantly under stress. And the studies have shown that nowadays people are having a lot of fertility issues. They can't, give the birth to the babies. especially men are going through this pain because of so much of elevated stress which they are going through everyday day-to-day jobs and lives, and that is making them not to impair, okay, impair, or we call it as they are unable to produce the babies, okay. So that is a erectile dysfunction, which is the men genital problem, okay. And coming to the irregular periods, nowadays is the most common problem, PCOD problem, and all people are facing recurrently nowadays, and every hospital is filling with this. And with this, what will happen? So you will get a thyroid related issues and all, okay. Every time when you are feeling so much of stress, now thyroid is in high rise. Why? Because of the pituitary gland is a master gland which will enable always adrenaline gland and suppress all the other glands which should supposed to release all the hormones in your brain and in your body. But now it is not doing. Why? Because you are every time activating adrenaline only, not other organs. So that's why other organs feels dysfunction, okay. And then stretch marks you see on the body, you will see a lot of marks on your you feel a lot of, you can see if you are going through a lot of stress also. And people gain weight gain. Why? I'll tell you. Very important concept. Now your energy is a very limited in your body. Now that cannot be sent to the immune system. I already explained. Your immune system will be completely shut down. In the same way, digestive system also consumes so much of energy. Okay, digestive system also consumes so much of energy. That energy will not be given to the digestive system. Instead, it will use to prepare you for to face that stress. So at that time, what will happen? Your digestive system stops working for that moment. Means obviously what will digest, it will take the food intake and then digesting and then giving the energy and all will happen in your digestive system. But to convert that food as energy, also certain energy is required by your body. That energy will not be sent to your digestive system. Who will not send? Your HPA system will not send. It will say, now you don't have to work on your digesting the food and all, we are in danger, let's stop working on that. Instead, what it will do, because to digest the food it required a lot of blood to go through the all the small intestine and big intestine and all the nerves which are there around your body. It will stop sending the blood to your body, okay, your digestive system, your stomach. Instead, that blood is used for the other areas like your legs and you know uh, hands, okay. So at the time, what will happen? The food which you are eating will not be digested properly. Okay. And even if it digests also not exactly, you are not going to get the nutritional value from that food, what you are eating. And with that, what will happen? So much of belly fat is going to be, added. And then that belly fat is the biggest problem nowadays. People are getting a lot of heavy weight. And that heavy weight will be much more, accumulated around your abdomen and all. And it will not enable you to burn it because it is going to be very much bigger. And with that, what will happen? You will gain a lot of weight. And another one is a muscle weakness. Nowadays people are not even having the strength also in their muscles. Why? Because they feel a lot of pain in their muscles because of almost every time you are sending a lot of poisonous blood. Means what will happen? It will damage your blood tissues and all, okay, your muscle tissues. And acne. So you see nowadays people are having so much of acne because of stress and other pollution and all. And round face, okay. So that's why when you go to gym, your face will be sharp edged and all. But when you are completely sitting like a couch potato and all, what will happen? Your your face look like a bun, okay, very pumpy and fluffy and all like that. So these are all the side effects. Other than that, as I said, every organ, whatever blood goes, wherever the place blood goes, if your blood is containing the stress hormone which is not using for the action, is going to be a very big poisonous and going to create a lot of adverse effect. Are you with me so far? Are you understanding what your stress is causing the problems in your life?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
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 Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Are you able to relate to your own life so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What is
Yes,
happening in
Yes,
your
sir.
life?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
sir.
great then. If anybody is sleeping, please unmute yourself and say yes or no, or else you can speak for
Yes,
two
yes.
minutes. Automatically, your HPS system says that now it's not time for sleep. You should save your life. Okay. Huh. It will release stress hormone. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Then, superb. So far, you are with me. Great. Okay. Before that, as I
Possibility.
explained, please mute yourself, everyone. Now, so far you understood what is HPS system is doing to us, what is the benefits of HPS system, and if you are unnecessarily activating HPS system, what are all the disadvantages and dysfunctions which are going to happen in the human body and brain. And also I have explained that your brain stops working, your main brain stops working here. As I explained, your blood will not pump to your main areas of your brain, and only necessary elements only blood will consume, obviously, right? When you are in the depth, when you are in the depth now, okay, you are in the depth and you have only 500 rupees, you are only having 500 rupees, and what will you use for that 500 rupees? Not for movie, right? You will use that 500 rupees for eating the food. You have no other money except 500 rupees. What will you do? Food is very important to survive. What will you use? You will use that 500 rupees very, very consciously, not to waste the money and all. You will use for food and other very important things. In the same way, your energy in the body also uses like that only. At the time, saving your life is the most important activity. That's why it will not activate any other body organs. It will only activate organs which are required for you to save your life. Remember that. Okay. Then now move to, just ask these below questions. Okay. Every time. So far, you have understood. What fears are stunting your growth? Okay, stunting nothing but stopping or leaking your growth. Stunts means holes. Okay, holes to your growth. Or, as I said, one only will work at a time. Either protection or either growth. Both cannot work at a time. So every time you're constantly feeling your stress, yourself stress, and then there is no scope for your growth. And that's why a lot of people are nowadays not even getting the jobs also, because they are constantly facing the problems in their life, and constantly they are just dealing with their stresses and all. And where did these fears come from? Okay, you have a lot of fears in your life currently. Ask yourself, where did these fears come from? Now you have fear of speaking in English in front of the people, you have fear of giving the presentations, and you have fear of attending to the interviews, you have fear of speaking in meetings, you have fear of driving the car, anything, whatever the fears which you had. Ask this question, where did these fears come from? And then ask, are they necessary?
Necessary.
Are they necessary for you to just go through every time fearful every time? Why are you feeling fear when it comes to speaking to other people? Are they going to eat you? No, right? If you go and fail in a job, are you going to die in your life? No, right? Ask the right question and then give the right answers. Okay. And then, are they real? As I explained, cognitive distortions concept, lot of your 90% of your problems are just self created. There is no real threat at all in your life, but you created your own self all the fears and all the problems in your life, and you are suffering your entire life by just every time dealing with that problems. Not even dealing also, you are thinking about the problem and worrying about the problem, not taking any action. Your stress is designed to take the action by releasing the cortisol, but you are just thinking and worrying, but not taking any action in your life. And with that, you are just spoiling your health itself with so much of stress released in your body and brain. And ask this question, are the real fears? Obviously, that's the moment when I got to know these answers and all, I started, being more courageous and more, no, less fear. Sorry. I just started, removing the fear, and every time started facing the problem itself. Okay. And next, are they contributing to your full of life? Obviously, you are not even living your life to the fullest because of so many fears which you are induced in your life from your childhood to till now. And unnecessarily, you are facing so many problems with the imaginary fear which you created, imaginary stress which you created, and there is no real evidence and there is nothing, proof. So understand these things, ask these questions, and then you can give your answers. What exactly you have the fears, and then eliminate whatever not the real fears and all. You just eliminate, and then you now face with, once you eliminate the fears, 90% of the fears and stresses which you created are fake, are imaginary. Now you have only 10% of real problems in your life. You can easily deal with 10% of the problem than the 100% of the problems, and you can use that energy to overcome that problem. Okay. Yeah, great. Then, how to handle the stress? Obviously, so far I've been explaining how stress is getting created and how what will happen in the back end brain and body and all, and what are all the problems you will face with the stress and all. But how to handle the stress in your life? And a lot of suggestions what I'm going to give, we already taken care of in our class. Okay, so yeah, let's start. What exactly there? So physical techniques when it comes to dealing the stress. First and foremost thing is exercise. In one of the presentation, anyhow, I'll be presenting one TEDx video in our next upcoming session. Okay, in that the session is about how body influences the mind and how mind affects the body and how body affects the mind by Amikadi. Okay, Amikadi is the TED Talk speaker. She explained how cortisol and testosterone are interlinked. Okay, if your body is producing so much of cortisol, your testosterone levels goes down. Testosterone levels are for your male hormone. Okay, testosterone is a male hormone which is responsible for your production of species and all. At the same time, that gives you so much of confidence. Okay, testosterone helps you to get the more confidence. So the moment when your brain is filled with so much of cortisol, stress hormone, then your testosterone levels goes down. You feel low confident. But when you do exercises improves your testosterone levels in both male and female. And when the moment when you are obviously vice versa, when cortisol is suppressing your testosterone, means when your testosterone levels can suppress your cortisol level also, right? So that means with exercises you can body releases the cortisol, and that gives you so much of high confidence that can easily solve the stress problem. Okay, and also, as I said previous presentation, endorphins, serotonin, also other feeling good chemicals releases the moment when you do exercises, when you do any physical activities. And if you are nowadays, because of luxury of technology and all, you are not moving your self from anywhere, you are completely just immobilized, you're not moving yourself from your bed itself and from your chair itself in the sedentary lifestyle. So you should move every now and then and do physical activities and do exercises, go to gym and go for running, walking, and do play any outdoor games. Then that reduces the stress. Okay. And then deep breathing exercises. Okay. Nowadays, I am asking you to take a deep breath, hold it and exhale like that. I'm asking you to do, right? So this will definitely have huge impact. Why? Because breathing is directly connected to your frontal. Okay, deep breath. Whenever you are doing any deep breathing exercises, it connected with your prefrontal cortex. It deactivate the amygdala activation and then activate the prefrontal cortex. The moment when you get the prefrontal cortex activated, then you can easily identify what is the real problem and what is not the real problem, because you have logical brain which will work at its best to give you the great reasons whether you should worry about the problem or not. But you're not letting that happen. And then, very important, quality sleep. Nowadays people are sleeping at night 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 12:30 and all, by just watching web series and movies and serials and all the funny entertainment related comedy shows and reels and mindless reels and all. And what will happen the moment when you see the blue screen releases a lot of rays, and that will directly contact your retina. That retina is connected with your you know brain. As I said, hypothalamus is a chemical hormone. So chemical hormone, this hypothalamus is connected with the pineal gland as well. Okay, so what it will do, pineal gland will release melatonin chemical generally. When it will release, when outside is full of dark, then melatonin releases. That gets you into sleep. Melatonin chemical gets you into the sleep. But when you're constantly using the phone and every time you are just seeing the light, your melatonin will not release. And that's why nowadays people are saying I'm not getting the sleep. And when the fools, okay, the fools are mindless people, you're not getting the sleep, and what they will do, they'll use the mobile. And the more you use the mobile, the less melatonin releases in your brain, and it will not let you to give the sleep. The moment when you don't get the sleep, then how will you get the energy, which I explained in dopamine concept. So understand, quality sleep is very much needed to face the stress in your life. But unnecessarily people are not prioritizing their life, and they are just spoiling their sleep. Nowadays people are going to midnight shows and all, and they expect that they should be healthy and all. Obviously health is something should be earned with a discipline, not by doing every nonsense things. If you are doing and then expecting you to be healthy, God will not accept. Okay, and he will definitely punish you for the lifestyle habits which you are maintaining. Okay, and then laughter therapy. The more you smile and laugh in your life, it obviously boosts a lot of feeling good hormones, that serotonin and oxytocin, and then it reduces the stress in your brain and body. Okay, the moment when you're laughing, smiling means it's a comfortable situation, right? Then only you will feel smile and laugh. Obviously you can't go and laugh in the interviews in front of the public speaking platforms and all. That are all different, very painful. But generally when you are feeling happy, when you are feeling laughing and all, gives you so much of feeling good hormones, which will reduce the stress. Why? When you are feeling comfortable, HPA axis will not activate, and that's why prioritize laughing, not by watching reels and all. Okay. Not by watching reels, having some good connections with your family members and all. Okay. Yeah. And next one is psychological techniques. Previously we have seen physical techniques, now psychological techniques. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is nothing but, sometimes I ask you to sit down and close your eyes, and then I ask you to feel the chair and look, observe the sounds around you, and then just listen to the different noises which are coming, and be aware of your thoughts, what thoughts are coming in your brain. Just aware of the thoughts, don't reject them, don't accept them, just watch the thoughts and ignore them. This entire process is called as a mindfulness technique. Just being of the aware of the present moment is called as a mindfulness technique. Okay. Which will there are a lot of research conducted and then found out that mindfulness meditation has helped so much people to overcome their stress, chronic stress. Okay. Illnesses also. And then cognitive behavioral therapy. I have explained cognitive distortion concept. If you can understand that concept, then you can apply this cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy nothing but cognitive, nothing but thoughts. Okay. And lot of your thoughts are, as I said, recently we have seen one TEDx video. In the TEDx video, she explained 60 every day we get 50,000 to 70,000, average 60,000 thoughts per day. And out of 60,000 thoughts per day, 90% of the thoughts are repetitive. And every time when you're thinking lot of things and negative thoughts, and out of that 90% of the thoughts also, 70-80% of negative thoughts only. Almost 90% of the people thinking negative only nowadays. Why? Because the social media is all designed for self-sabotaging. There is a self-tag option is there, right? In the tag someone whom you feel and all. Every time your friends and you yourself feel like, okay, this reel is about me only, like that, you always, entire reels are negative reels only. The reels will say, I am the laziest person on the planet, I am the unluckiest person on the planet, why every problem is happening in my life only, why I am not able to get the job, why my life is like this, why I can't get the sleep properly and all. These are all negative okay, negative incidents. You are relating your life completely with the negative situations, and then you are programming your mind and brain. And but you are expecting great energy and great positivity in your life, but that will never happen. Okay. So understand, cognitive behavioral therapy is about restructuring your negative thoughts to positive thoughts. That happens. You can watch my cognitive distortion presentation, you will get a lot of idea about what exactly these thoughts and all. And then next, positive affirmation or self talk. And positive affirmation, self talk, positive self talk. I recently, a lot of people are saying, sir, before joining this class, I always used to do negative self-talk only. This, I can't speak English properly. I'm not a confident speaker. I can't speak English and I don't understand anything and all. These are all you use to your own self. Then when you are every time using this positive self, negative self-talk to program your mind, then you are writing the negative program and you are expecting positive behavior. Never happens. Self-talk, be aware of, be mindful of what words you are using to yourself. Don't accept the negative labels from anyone and from your own self also. If somebody is saying you are lazy, don't accept that. Okay, don't accept that. You may, even though you are lazy also, but just make yourself come out of that laziness. But don't think that, okay, yes, it's true, I'm not a lazy person, I'm not intelligent person, I'm unluckiest person and all. Please, okay, be careful with these affirmations. Okay, these are all psychological techniques. And next one is a gratitude practice. Be grateful for what you have already. Okay. Show that some gratitude for everything what you have. Previously, I never used to show gratitude towards my tongue. I feel it's entitled. But the moment when small rash came on my tongue, I got to know that how important it is for me to live my life and lead my profession with the tongue. Okay. Then I told my tongue that, please tongue, please give me some energy. This 1.5 hour is going to be very important for me. Please, please, please. Let me enable to speak for. Otherwise, whatever I have prepared, these hours of days of research is going to be wasted if I can't speak properly. And then I showed my gratitude to the tongue, and now it is not giving me any pain. The pain has already gone. The first 10 minutes, severe pain was there while I was speaking, but my brain started sending the pain signals. Okay, and then I'm not feeling pain now. See, show the gratitude for everything. You don't know the value of it. unless until you lose that. So that's why when you have them, that time only show the gratitude to the people, to the resources, to the life which you are having. Don't complain every time about everything. Okay, you have a lot of things to be grateful for. Nowadays there are so many people who can't afford mobile also, but you have mobile now, you have internet, you have access to open the YouTube and attend to the Zoom class. And the greatest thing, you have joined in my class. But there are lakhs of people are waiting for these kind of platforms to change their lives. See, feel grateful for everything what currently the resources which you have. Don't complain. This is a nature's technique or God's technique, is that the moment when you complain about what you don't have, you will lose what you have. Okay, so the moment when you start showing the gratitude for what you have, then you get more and more. This is the one technique which I applied in my life. Of this one technique has transformed my life itself. I'm getting more and more grateful things in my life. Okay, then next technique is a behavioral technique. Okay, first and foremost thing is time management. You wake up at morning 9 o'clock and then open mobile and you just lied in the bed itself and started scrolling whatever the updates which you got. No updates, no message, nothing. All your friends, they don't have any work, and you don't have any work, and then checking what are all they send the reels and everything till 2 3 2 hours in the lying in the bed itself. And then you already you have used all your energy what is there given to do all the main task. You have already consumed it, and then now you wanted to focus on study. The moment when you open the book, suddenly somebody calls you, mama, let's go to movie, or tea, or outside to have a dinner or food and all. Then now only you started, and but you still feel like that is important than this. And then I'll come. And then you go and come back evening, and then you don't even know what you have done. Your half of your day is already completed, and then you will go and eat. And after eating, what will do? You eat heavily, because you don't have a discipline how much to eat and all what food to eat. You already had a very high caloric food. It lets you to sleep, and again you will have a nap, evening nap, or afternoon nap, and then complete your day complete. And evening you will open mobile again, watch whatever the reels and whatever it is. And then by the end of the day, array, I wasted my day. I should have used my day properly, but from tomorrow onwards I will wake up very early and then I will do. And again same thing happens, same. Over the period of time, you lose the confidence itself, you lose the self belief, because how many days you have cheated yourself by saying tomorrow onwards I'll do everything, and then you have stopped doing itself. And these things will give you the negative behavior. The moment when you understand how you can manage yourself according to the time, waking up early, doing some exercises and having the quality sleep and doing some quality activities and all, gives you so much of happiness that suppress your stress. And social support, half of your social support is negative only. What support they will give? Okay, all your friends are negative thinkers, and always they don't want to grow and they don't want you to grow. And what kind of support you get in your life from the society and these things? And that's why you get even more stress with the society itself, not by your own self. And then still you want those friends to be with you only because you want that stress with them, and you still want to suffer with them only, but you don't want to leave them alone, and you don't want to focus on your life and all, because friendship is more important for you than anything else. But you want to suffer with that friendship itself. Understand, social support is very important. Be aware of the people with whom you are being and staying, and if they are positive, then stay, otherwise just move away from them. Otherwise you are going to have very serious problems. And that's why I have created this platform where you will get an enormous amount of social support from very highly positive people, because I am training them. Obviously there is no concept for negativity and all. And when you are being surrounded by this kind of group of people, then always stress is the just normal for you, not the problem for you. Engage in hobbies. Now you know what is hobbies and habits and all. So after joining in my class, a lot of people mentioned that, sir, I lost my negative thinking, I lost my stress and anxiety, I come out of depression. Now I'm feeling very happy and energetic, and using my day very productively. I'm feeling more confident, and I'm thinking that I can do anything in my life like that. Why? Because I know everything what exactly makes yourself come out of that fear, pain, problems and all. And whatever the habits which you are following in your day-to-day life is giving you so much of confidence that suppress your strength. Previously, before and all, you wanted to work on your communication skills, you never used to work on, and that releases so much of stress, and that stayed in the body itself. But now you are working on, The moment when you are working on, then you don't feel stress, you feel happy. The moment when you feel happy, then where is the concept for stress? Simple. Okay. Hobbies helps you so much to reduce not only English habits, any hobbies, painting, drawing, dancing, singing, anything releases very good hormones, and that suppress your cortisol level. And very important, limit screen time. Okay. So please guys, I know that you might be busy in mobiles and all, but at what cost? Your life itself is in danger with these things and all. Then what fun you are going to get from the mobile? Tell me. Your life itself is in danger, then what kind of fun you are expecting from the mobile? You are killing your life every day. It's like a slow poison. You are not, obviously if you eat poisonous food you will die immediately, but this is very dangerous than that. You don't feel like you are taking the poison, but you will take the poison. Obviously when you feel like it will immediately kill you, don't take it. Correct. That's why you're saving your life. But when it comes to slow poisonous related activities and all, will kill you every day, inch by inch, your life. So coming to limited screen time and all, be aware of how much time you are using the mobile and how much time you are using mobile for what apps and all. Be careful. Okay. Open their screen time option is there. Okay. Feature is there in the mobile. Go to settings and up type screen time or like that. Then you will get a list of how much time you use today mobile, and what time you have used for Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, Spotify, other act. And see, in that apps, you know what you are doing in YouTube and what you are doing in Instagram, you are aware of. So cut down that and then spend that time on other things, and that to limited amount. Okay. And then, yeah, that's suggestions. But let me tell you that letting go of your fears is the first step towards creating fuller and more satisfying life. Okay. That means that's the first step to stop yourself stressing more. Letting go of fears. As I said previously, ask yourself everything related to fear and then let them go. The moment when they let go, then you can lead your life very happily. You have fear of losing the job, but what will happen at the at max? What will happen if you lose the job? Maybe you will run out of the money for a few days, but you have your family members to take care, and there are a number of other jobs which are there. You can do and earn some money to live your life. But you unnecessarily creating so much. Okay, if I lose my job, I'm going to lose my fame, name, and I'm going to be beggar and all like that. Unnecessary, you create so many problems, and then with that fear, you live constant in a constant pain and fear. So let go of that fears, and that is the first step towards your fuller and more satisfying life. Okay. And why it's too hard to be happy? Why it's too hard to be happy? Why? Because we refuse to let go of the things that make us sad. Okay. Understand the meaning of this sentence. We are unhappy because of some situations which happened in our life 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 week ago, and all. If you let them go from your mind, or if you just stop thinking about them constantly, then you can come out of that sadness and you can be happy. But you don't want to be happy, you want to be sad for the sympathy. And for that, you want to put the sad status also in Instagram or WhatsApp saying that, see, I am feeling sad and show me some sympathy. And you become a beggar and beg them that sympathy. Please show me some, sympathy. Please, Hare Rakesh, you are going through a lot of sadness. Really, you are really, you want this kind of comments. For that sake, even though there is option for you to come out of that pain, but you don't choose that, you will think that, okay, let me show that I am feeling sad to the people, and then let me keep the sad status. World is with full of fake people. At what time? At night 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. What are you doing at 1 o'clock? You should supposed to sleep at night 1 o'clock. But why you opened and started seeing the negative stay, negative reels and all, and posting that it is for me only and all. If you can let go of that behavior, you can be happy in your life. But you don't want. Why? You are a sympathy beggar. Okay, you are a beggar almost. And you want the sympathy and attention from the people, and thinking that people should come and tell you that, okay, you are really going through a lot of pain and problem and all. What will you do with that sympathy? Okay, what will you do with rupee, 1 rupee coin and all when you are, going with the begging bowl? You can't be rich in your life. Instead, just throw away that begging bowl and do some work and let go of all the whatever the worries which are stopping you from living your life happily. and then you can lead your life peacefully and happily. Okay, so we can choose love over anger. There is option for you. You can consciously choose love over the anger in certain situations, but still anger is a byproduct. You don't even think when you're choosing anger, but choose consciously love over the anger in situations. Choose gratitude over entitlement. Entitlement nothing but taking for granted, taking your parents for granted, taking luxurious things and your job and your life and health and all everything. If you take for granted, the day when they taken away from your life, then you will come to the reality and you will suffer the most. Have some gratitude over entitlement. Entitlement nothing but proudness. Okay, feeling like you know your parents are feeding you, you should have gratitude towards them for feeding you, but you, if you show them your proudness that you should feed me because you given birth to me and you should feed me and all like that, that kind of nature is called entitlement. So be careful with that. And forgiveness and compassion over bitterness. Bitterness nothing but dissatisfaction and angry and you are not satisfied with the people and you are negative about the people and all. So forgiveness, forgive the people. Don't have the grudges and jealous and envious on the people. I should show the revenge on them. I should. Previously only I explained in the previous class. Having the anger on somebody, having the jealous or envious on somebody is like keeping the coal inside you and expecting others to burn. It eventually burn you, not others. Remember that. That's why forgive them. Why are you wasting your own body chemicals? You are completely using your negative chemicals to spoil your own life, and then you are expecting you to be healthy and all, because your blood is something very precious that itself gets poisoned with all the stress you are creating with the cricket matches and movies and web series and all. How will you live happy life? If Virat Kohli is getting out also, that is problem to you only. Okay, if he is not playing well also, it is problem to you only. If your favorite movie, if your favorite actor movie is not crossing 100 crores or 1000 crores also, that is also stress for you. What is the problem? Why you are unnecessarily taking that stress? They themselves are not stressed about their own life, but you are stressed about their life as well by keeping your own life aside and your career aside, and you are thinking constantly about their life, and you are much more interested in knowing the celebrity lifestyle than your own life. Who is her wife and who is her illegal partner and all. You, the kind of time which you spend in debugging, decoding all the other things which are about the celebrities, if you can spend 10% of that time in knowing you what is your strength and what is your weakness, what is your fear and what is your problem and all, if you start working on, 90% of your problems will be eliminated. Okay, so that's it from this presentation, but I'll tell you two stories after that. Okay, just I want to see your faces while sharing that story. Yeah, now listen. Okay, I've explained everything about HP and all the things. Now listen very carefully, very important. You have seen how much powerful your protective system is than growth system. The moment if you send the signals to your brain that it's a stress, your brain and body will completely focus on that stress only, not any other activities. Okay, and you should tell what is a good stress. Okay, stresses are good sometimes, but you should know what stress it is. Suppose yesterday I told I am going to give the best presentation so far which I have given, not given in my life, like that I told, obviously that is going to be stress on me. Obviously, if I don't deliver that presentation, it is going to be kind of problem to me. And yesterday after our class, I wanted to sleep, but my mind did not sleep because HPA released and activated. Rakesh, now you should work on. And then if I sleep, that stress is going to be in my blood only, and I will sleep with the poisonous blood. But what I did, if I use that stress, what is released for my action, then my body is normal and it enabled me to take the action. Then what I did yesterday till night 12 o'clock, I prepared prepared, not started presentation, and then slept. Today morning again I woke up at 4:30 and then started giving preparing the slides and writing the script and arranging the rearranging the images and all clearly. And that went till evening, sorry, afternoon 2 o'clock. After that I had my lunch and then I just wanted to, then unnecessarily I got this tongue blister and I'm feeling, oh god, I have did this much of hard work, but if I can't express it properly, then what is the use of me preparing this much like that? And that given me one more stress, and I told myself, okay, pain has its own tolerance. Pain will be there for few minutes, but we stop that pain and we don't take that pain and we just think that it is going to be forever. And I know that if I constantly press that tongue repeatedly with my teeth and with my other parts, then after a few time it will lose its sense. The brain will not send the signal, pain signal. Why? Because repeatedly, so much time it sent. After a few minutes, it will not send the pain signals. Now my tongue is not sending any pain signals, but the first 10 minutes it has sent enormous amount of pain. And that I just told my brain, it's okay. What is important for me? Taking this class, giving my knowledge is very important than the pain which I'm going through inside. And I told very frequently that few times it tried to stop me, but I did not stop. Then it's give up. And then now understand what exactly. There was one research conducted. Okay, there was a research conducted on 42 adults, and then shown them. Okay, they have divided the people. Okay, these 42 people are called as a controlling people. Okay, we call them as subjecting, and other people are experimental. Okay, so two group of people where first group of people they have shown the images of love and caring related. Okay, love and caring related images and compassion, empathy, social support related images they have shown to some people by attaching the MRI. Okay, functional MRI. Functional MRI means when brain was attached, like when you are doing something, they can see the brain waves. What brain areas are all getting activated and all they can see when you are under the fMRI. MRI scanning and all, right? fMRI nothing but functional MRI. That means that shows what your brain is doing. So the moment when the subjects were showing the love, scenes and all, okay, after that they shown the fearful images. Okay, the fear and stress related images. At that time the amygdala, which is for fight and flight reaction, was not activated. But whereas the other group of people, they have not shown any of these positive images. Directly they shown the negative images which are related to stress related, okay, or fear related. Immediately their amygdala got activated. So from this what they concluded is, when you are constantly surrounded by the lot of positivity, few instances where negative things will not that much have severe impact on your HPA axis or your negative brain. Okay, your brain, it will take normal, it will perceive the that danger also normal only. Okay, or that stress also or that fearful situation also normal only. Simple. Now I am in full of positivity. Even as I said recently before resigning my job, even if I lose my job also I don't worry. Why? Because I know how to live my life and all. In that situation, that was a fearful for a lot of people losing the job, but for not for me. For me, amygdala did not activated, but for others, it was activated. And there was one more research conducted on the women's. Okay, on the women's, they have taken around 50 women's and they have given the electric shock to the ankles. Okay, to their ankle, they have given the small, medium amount of electric shock, and they have tested their fMRI. What exactly means? Three group of people. Okay, now they have divided into three groups and three experiments. First experiment is they have given the electric shock and measured how much pain they felt inside their brain, how much stress they it induced in the brain. That is the first. And second time, they asked to hold their loved one, okay, their partner, to hold their hand, and then they are in in with their hand, just holding their loved one's hand, and then going through that shock. And then they have checked that it has drastically reduced the pain and the suffering and the stress induced in the brain and the body of the human, that woman. In the third time, unknown person hand. Okay, now not the loved one, unknown person hand, they ask you to hold it. And this third step also, compared to the first, when there was no support, it was, suppose think of 100 watts. In the second time it has just reduced to only 20 watts, but in the third experiment it is 80 watts. There was a small difference only, not that much difference in the reduction. What here you should understand is, when you are surrounded by the loud people, okay, the loud ones around you, that drastically decreases your stress. But your loved one itself is creating the stress, then it is going to be very difficult. Okay, so this is a one thing. Okay, but from this I have shown the first image as the growth and the protection. You have seen the corona time. Okay, at the time we have not went outside and not done any activities and all. We have just stayed in our homes itself. That time, it's a protection, we are in the danger. Okay, we have protected ourselves by isolating during the corona time. We have just completely isolated ourselves and we saved our life by sitting in the house. But how many days you can able to sit? Will you be able to survive till this time if you are still in the quarantine and lockdown? No, right? You would have died. So protection is important, but growth also important. Growth nothing but coming out of your home and doing your work and taking care of the task. And now at the time you have seen, right, the entire economic goes down, and after that, banks and every people are running out of the money and all. Same thing. Protection also is consume of energy. Okay, at the time people have given free ration and free money and all given and saved, but how many years they will give? There is a limited amount of reserves only there. So protection also same, it will protect you from the dangerous situation, but if you constantly stay in that situation, then you will die eventually with the protection itself, over protection itself. And for that, what you needed is a growth is also needed for your life, and that is called a survival mechanism. Is two types: protection and growth. And when it comes to growth, even though you know that you are going through the pain and you should protect yourself, but also you should prioritize your growth also by improving your skills and by taking care, working on your life and decreasing your stresses and all, then growth will produce. Now you see, now markets are booming now because we are doing the work and contributing to the society and GDP, and now our income is going around. But if you just thinking every time, the problem was the system was designed for the external threats. The threats we know that at the time we are threatened by the lion, tigers, snakes, and all. But now the sad reality nowadays is we are not known why we are threatened also. Getting, if the enemy is outside, the animal something is there, we can go and kill it. But you don't know what you are feeling fearful and stressed also, but you are getting stressed and fear. That is stopping your growth. In my life, I still remembered in BTech third year, second semester, I was next day tomorrow, I'm having the exam, okay, for my cognizant exam. Before that day, there was a one fight in my house. Okay, there was a small fight happened with my relatives and all. The fight was happening outside my house, means in front of my house. And for me, tomorrow I have the exam to conduct, attend for, and I need the job to change my life. But at the time, that was something happening. 99% of the people will go and see that what exactly the problem is and will try to work on that problem. And what I did was, I just left them. Even if they die, also I don't care. But let me write this exam because that is going to change every problem of my life. And then I returned that exam. I cleared that. And next day after writing the exam, I started thinking about the problem. Okay, and I started worrying about the production. I prioritize my growth first than the production. Okay, production nothing but something might happen, let it happen. I don't care. And then I just improved. Okay. And one more incident in my BTech second year, second semester, I was diagnosed with my leg injury, okay, knee injury. My ACL got teared. Okay. With that, I got full pain. I can't even hold, hold my leg, my knee. And at the time, I should supposed to go to hospital and then save my life. That is a protection. Okay. I should go to my hospital and then get the treatment and surgery and all. And doctor told me that it required immediate surgery, otherwise it's going to be a big problem. But I decided that it's okay, I'll bear that pain now and let me write the exam because I am already studying BTech by taking the full of loans and debts. If I miss my exam, I have to, my semester will be delayed and I'll get the job after 6 months or 1 year late. And now I have no that much time. Then what I did, I just written that exam by with that pain itself. After writing the exam, I went and taken care my leg. And then I just took 3 months bed rest. But in that 3 months bed rest also, I worked on what is important and I completed my semester exams and got gold medal for my academy. During that semester only, with that pain, with what I have written, right, I got gold medal for my academic excellence for my marks, which I got. I got 9.7 out of 10 in a BTech. So understand, every time in my life when the problem comes, I always see how I can improve myself by taking the pain as a byproduct and then working on my skill by prioritizing my growth rather than production. And that has led me to where I am currently, and still it is going around. And this is what the end of the presentation. So balance your growth and protection. Don't always just send the signals, wrong signals to your brains, thinking that this is a fearful situation, this is a stressful situation. Every time when you are sending the signal to your brain, this is a fear and stress, you are spoiling your health. And with this stress, you will lose your beauty and you will not live for longer time. You will get heart attack and diabetes, every disease. As I mentioned, 90% of the diseases are with the stress only. You should manage the stress by taking the action, not by worrying and thinking. Clear? Mm. Thank you for listening me patiently. Okay, let me have
Thank
some
you.
water. How much time we have taken?
1 and
1 hour.
half hour.
1.5 hour. Okay. Learn something new.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So many things.
Lot of things
Yes,
we
sir.
learned today.
Yes, sir.
Got to know the real problems of your life, what you're facing, what is happening inside whenever you are surrounded by the problem and all. You got the
Mm.
clarity, right? What is happening now and what you should do to overcome that, and what exactly you should aware of in your life and all. You got the clarity. I've given the clarity, everything.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
No one
Yes,
got
sir.
confused.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
Yes, sir.
you can give this
Yes,
presentation without me also to some other person.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Okay, then.
yes, sir.
That's the presenter. Okay. When you explain anything, people should be able to explain to some other people without you. That is how you should explain. But that's a communication. Okay. Presenter means if I give this to unknown person, if I give my slides to other person who is not attended to my class, they cannot explain this presentation without me. Okay. They cannot because I have not given any words and sentences in the presentation. That
Mm.
presentation need me, then only they will understand. That's how you should present. But your faculty and all will come up with the paragraphs, and then they will read and you will read. And what is the use of that kind of presentation? No. So presentation skill is a very great skill. What exactly presentation skill? You're presenting. Presentation at the moment, presenting what is there in your brain. Exact image, what is in your brain, that should be go and settle in other person brain. That's what is a presentation skill. But here you have something and you may explain something and they got confused and all, then you are not a good presenter and not a good communicator. So that's why presentation skills and communication skills are very important to give ideas and to share the ideas. Okay. Okay. So with this knowledge, as I always used to say, knowing is different and doing is different. After knowing all these things also, still if you don't take care of action and all, then no use. So now onwards, whenever there is an English speaking platform, you should never hold yourself back. Otherwise, you are spoiling your blood. Whenever there is a competition, you are preparing but not taking that. You have prepared your presentation and because of your fear, you are holding, then same phenomena. Every area where you are holding yourself because of fear, this phenomena applicable in every life problem also, health problem also. Understand
Yes, sir.
these things and implement. That's all. Thank you for listening me very patiently. Now it's time for feedback. Only few people are allowed to give. Take the chance. Now use your adrenaline, stress what is released in you, and speak up. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Can I start? Can I start?
Yeah, please. Prem.
Yeah, actually, initially, this class was very useful for me. So whatever you was mentioned, the class, right, everything is I can able to relate in my life. So I don't. So I will try to follow all those things in my life. Actually, this class was very great. So thanks for giving the opportunity to be here. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Prem. Great. Next person.
Hi, all. Good evening. Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Soumya.
Hi. Yeah. Yes, sir. Actually, after joining here, first thing I learned difference between pain and pleasure. Yeah, I am attending all the psychology sections and also I watched those board sections also. Now I got it and I also mentioned, yeah, I am very curious to attend this session. Yeah, today so many things. Yeah, I know, but I exactly don't know how it works. But I felt very happy because I don't know about this hierarchy, how our brain releases stress and all. Today I got to know, and so many things related. When I releases that stress, what is that? Cortisol. Yeah, that time I felt many a times I felt because I'm not using that stress for anything. That time I used to be many a times I shiver and I feel very afraid of doing other things also. What I know for that those things also I'm not able to do because of that stress. Yeah, actually I prepared my presentation. That day I decided to give presentation, but I had some stress and fear also. But that day I didn't give. Entire day I felt very bad. Why today I didn't done? And after that I gave. After that also I am feeling very unhappy because yeah, the stress hormone released, but I could not able to use full for that. I am relating everything, sir, and also I felt very happy when you are explaining this about how to. Techniques of stress management and because I am doing all the things without knowing it. I am feeling very happy when you are telling about exercise, mindful meditation, and cognitive behavior. After watching that cognitive presentation, I am applying those things to my life also. And this positive affirmation, all things are relating to me because I used to laugh every time. But from since 1 year, I lost my smile itself. But now I am able to smile, and I am yeah, yeah. You told me that you, when you are scrolling your mobile phone, you used to smile because of that reel. Actually, I am the person I am not able to laugh by seeing that reel also. If some people are laughing means I am thinking, what's there in that? Why these people are laughing? And also, when I was in school days, that time I used to laugh. Because of that, my teacher scolded me. But now I'm not, can't able to smile or laugh. Now after joining here, yeah, I am laughing and smiling everything. I am enjoying every moment of my life. And also these all things are related to me. You explained about that what are the stresses, what they going to happen. That time I felt I'm seeing so many changes. Yeah. You told that the facial changes means if you are in stress, you gain weight and your face looks round and all. Yeah, before that, my face used to be round. That time I felt, okay, I am chubby, chubby. That's why I'm looking like this. But yeah, last week my one guest came to my house. That she told me that why you became weak, your face is also looking small like that. But I thought maybe nowadays I am not eating enough thing and all like that. But now I thought when you are explaining, okay, now my I am managing all these stress hormones. That's why I became healthy and wealthy. That's why she felt like that. So many things are relating to me, and also I'm feeling very much happy and I'm so much fortunate to be here because I am searching for this for searching from few years like this platform, but I didn't get. And also I am searching for the guide how you are like this itself, same 100% as it is. I have that one imagination and I have one vision. If I get like this guide or mentor means I will achieve whatever I want. But I didn't found anywhere in schools. Yeah, in school I found, but I lost my teacher. But when I went to the college, I had so many dreams, but I didn't fulfill it. I didn't score marks also because I didn't got guide like you. But now you are here to guide me in so many ways, and I am following you. Yeah, following everything without skipping anything. And also now I am feeling only happy hormones in my life. And if something is happening surrounding me also, I'm not worrying about that. Yeah, I used to attend this class. After that, I will ask them, okay, why you people are doing like this? If I have some knowledge, means I will give some suggestion. If I can't able to give suggestions also, I am not worrying about that. But before joining here, I used to drag that pain entire day, entire week and all. Now I am overcome from all the other stresses and I'm feeling very much happy. Thank you so much, sir. And I also, well, in initial days, I am not able to speak in front of all people. Now I am speaking. I don't know how I am speaking, and okay, the flow is also there. There are so many people told me that okay, your flow is there. Why you joined here and all. But I know why I am here. But yeah, I'm now after joining here, I forgot about communication thing. Now I am learning so many things. Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for your these psychology sections and all. Yeah.
Thank you, Soumya. Great. Thank you. Nice. All the best. Next person, fast.
Thank you.
Okay, 1 minute only. So these things and all we'll discuss in our regular sessions. But here, general, mm,
Hi
yes.
everyone.
Hi, Soumya. Sorry, Sremuka.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Actually, from morning onwards, I'm at outside only. But before the class, only 2 minutes late, I came to the home and started joining the class. I thought that can I sit properly for 2 hours like that. I thought, but without moving other place, I sit here only. I watch it total the class. It was very interesting. Every time you tell very interesting topic, and that is uh, that is for our daily life. We are facing the stress issues every day. Actually, 2 days back, I called you also because of that same issue only. But unfortunately, you told about that only. And I'm feeling very cool and pleasant because these all very important in our life, but we don't know about all those things. Nobody will tell about these things. But I got to know now it's a very important thing we have to implement in our life.
Mhm.
But in all the sessions, good things are mainly exercise, mindfulness, sleeping. These all implemented in every time, healthy food. So I will definitely follow meditation. I will definitely follow, sir. Thank you. Thank you for such a wonderful presentation.
Thank you. To create this presentation, I have to go through these three books, okay, and then read and reread and understand and all, and then go through other documents also, because I don't believe certain books directly. I just need to check in the journals and papers which people writes by different great journals and all. But yeah, I became that because of psychologizations only. I'm learning. I'm putting my research brain into and understand these things. Yeah, as the more I learned, the more I started understanding the complex things also. Okay. Yeah, good. And then tell me the title of the presentation. Okay,
Stress
think, and
relief.
then be ready.
Stress buster.
Just. Okay. Let the other people also. If you tell, then they will not think out of the stress word itself. Okay. They'll go through the stress and then add something else. You think, and then tell me what do you feel as the title of today's presentation. And guys, I want people to turn on the video, because yeah, few minutes you can after that turn off, and then you can go and do whatever you want, but just few minutes turn on, because it's getting recorded. So your faces, if you are not turning on the video, means this cloud recording will not show your image and your name also. You will be completely out of the class. It shows only the people who turn on the video. Okay, I want everybody to just a few minutes turn on, because I'm just changing my screen to see how many people are there and who are all joined and all. Okay, got it. So yeah, thank you. Yes, title. Now tell me.
Rap guరించి చెప్పు మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆర్ ఉన్నారు
Hello, people.
Growth and
how to
protection.
how to lead a problem-free and stress-free life.
Okay, how to lead a problem-free and stress-free life. Okay,
Sir,
others.
sir,
How to
fight or
overcome
flight?
stress.
Fight or flight. Shrutika,
Fear to courage.
Jagadish.
Fear to courage.
Fear to courage. Great.
Survival
How to overcome stress.
Okay, fine. Thank you. You
About
can
life,
write
sir.
about life. Okay, you can write down that in the feedback. I'll read. Okay. Yeah. Anybody want to share any feedback? Two more people will get the chance, and then we'll end the session.
Sir.
Me. Good morning.
I don't know who are all speaking.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Today I got to know sometimes why I can't able to speak what is in our mind. So I got that idea because on that time my forebrain is blacked. What I want to share today I got that, and whatever you explained, totally I related to that, and you explain that you first don't worry about that. You have to first you focus on growth. Don't worry about that. So I got that clear idea, sir. Previously I used to think why it's happening to me because of fear only. So fear because of fear only it's happening. So I want to decrease that. Whenever I got the chance to, try to speak, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Okay.
Sir,
Next.
yeah. Sir, thank you for giving me.
Shrutika.
Can I
Hmm.
start?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So thank you for giving me this wonderful presentation, sir. So before that presentation, I was thinking what sir will take the presentation like that and all. But after seeing your presentation, I need to fight with my stress hereafter. I need to overcome my stress and all. I need to face all the situations and all. Not protecting myself in negative that things and all. Hereafter, I need to see my growth also. So after I try to speak in front of others without fear and all, and I need to control that stress. You said no, that chemical and all will induce in all. So after I try to improve myself, and I try to speak in front of others without fear and all. So thank you for giving this
Superb.
presentation,
And
sir.
good. You have done it today itself in front of this many people.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. After I will do, sir, in every
Great,
class.
great.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. One more person.
Hi, sir.
Good evening.
Who's that?
Hi, sir.
Hi, Saiteja.
Sir, from the session,
Speak
can I
loud.
continue? Am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Sir, from this session, I came to know a lot of new things, sir. Like my complete day is full, my half of the day is filled with the stress only, sir. But like many like when we are seeing, like you said, when we are seeing in the social media, like if someone came in WhatsApp status like they are buyed any new car and back, we in myself we used to think like yeah we are waste like that, we are not buying anything. Like we used to think like sir, my half of the day is like because of the social media, like beside like our surroundings and our friends. Like my friends are a lot of friends are like many of them are not having jobs and they're always think negativity. And like you said many points, sir, that all of the points are like that suits to me, sir. Uh, and like by now, from now, by the steps you given, I should follow the steps and overcome. I want to live a life like stress free life, sir. Thank you.
Superb. Thank you. Yes, Bhargavi.
Sir. Hi,
Sir.
sir. Hi, everyone. I want to share one thing related stress in my life. That is very every time I said very bad when I remember that thing. That is, I attend one contract-based government job interview in few years ago. I prepared well and I practiced mock interviews also. When I am in interview, they ask one question. What is the national anthem? That is very basic question. I I said my mind is very full in very stress. I got very shivering. What I answered on that time, Vande Mataram.
Vande
I
Mataram.
said, on that time, I don't know what I answered. After that, they didn't ask any other questions.
Okay.
I went outside after on that time from nowadays also yesterday also I thought why I'm saying that answer. I don't know this. I don't know meaning how I am behaving like that. I don't know the answer. Today I know how our body and brain works. All I known everything about that. Now also my stress hormone releasing, sir. While I am speaking. Thank you, sir.
Superb. Mm. But you have taken the action, okay? That itself
Yes,
is a cure.
yes,
Stress
sir.
releases, take the action, it will automatically cure. If you don't take
Yes,
the action, that turns out the poison. Okay. That's a one
yes.
takeaway you can take away from this class. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
I want to
Sangeeta.
share one more answers, one more thing, sir. After joined your class, 1 week I forgot fear. Before 20 days, I didn't attend your class. Again, I got some fear. It will take some more days. And I want to share about Soumya, sir. Soumya, she is doing everything what you said. I listened her speaking style in first day because both are same batch. She's
Mm.
speaking very fear. Now she is speaking like you sir. I felt like that. She's speaking so much, very fluent, and so many times she's speaking. From starting days, she's speaking to very nervous. It shows on her face, but now she went out to no more. Everyone says 6 months communication skills needed. Everyone says like that. No more, no many months needed. If daily practice daily, 1 month is sufficient. I After I seen her, I got that answer. Yes, sir.
Superb. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhargavi. Yes,
Thank
Sangeeta.
you, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, this is my 11th day and this is my second psychology class. I think my heart was pounding, sir, because so much crowd. I think how can I catch that? Like my, I think my that stress will activate now. But I will take now itself step for reducing my stress, sir. And now while I speaking, it will continue. When while I starting, my heart was pounding. How I can talk that like and all I feel. Uh, but now I take action for this. I think it's my first step to stress. I will relieve my stress, sir. Yesterday class also I told interview I had, sir, but I will. I not missed. I will. If I miss this class, I will feel so, sir. I will attend that only. And that time, that question will ask. No, Naresh will ask for me. That time I was so stressed, sir. Suddenly I fell. So my brain was so empty. So now I get one idea how to relieve my stress. I will do my meditations and I will relieve my stress by talking this like sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Superb.
for giving this opportunity. It's very
Mm.
useful, sir, nowadays.
Very great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so I consider this presentation as my best presentation so far. How many of you agree with this? I think some of you have watched my previous presentations.
Every
Okay,
presentation is the best
best
presentation
only.
only. Not
Okay.
this one. Next presentation more than best.
And you have seen that last slide, right? To be continued. Okay. One more part is going to come where, yeah, everything is going to blow your mind. The moment when I do research about something, I get some other thing. And then I feel like, oh, it's even more interesting. And then that's where my next step goes around and then think around. But next Saturday, we'll not be having the psychology, but we'll have very interesting session, which is a very fun. I'll be going to create a excellent session, okay, which you will feel like, wow. And by the end of the session, you will say that, sir, conduct this kind of session also. Psychologists are boring and like that you will only tell. Okay. I'll conduct
Very
such kind of session.
excited, sir.
Very excited. Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Next Saturdays, don't miss at any cost. Yeah, I'll be conducting at what date it will be around. I don't know, but anyhow, I'll conduct that. But my request for that session, guys, join
28th.
with laptop and use the mobile, or else have two devices, either two mobiles or one laptop, one mobile, something, whatever it is, two laptops, anything. But have two devices, mobile and laptop, or else two mobiles, and then join the class. I'll show you the real fun, what it is. I'll not reveal anything, but on the day you will get to know. Okay, but be excited,
Sir, I
fun.
also want.
Okay. Sorry, what's the time now? I have no problem. Okay, I can continuously sit like this for next 2 hours also. My body is designed for that. I used to conduct my classes previously when I started this class, 3.5 hours, 4 hours in one stretch. If the class starts at 7 o'clock, it goes night 11 o'clock. That's how I continued. But the students are like that. But now, if you have that enthusiasm and all, obviously, I don't have any problem. I can easily, give my time and all. I don't have any other work also because my body, before starting the presentation, obviously, it's stress. Everybody have the stress. Every human being, stress works like that only. But I've taken the action now. My body mind is so calm and cool, and my body is releasing so much of dopamine now. And the moment when I started listening to your comments and all, like, sir, you have changed my life, and my changed my life, and now I got to know these things. Every comment releases the full of dopamine. But a lot of times this dopamine, a lot of people don't use it for that. You have seen, right? Last presentation when I given and you explain, you told that this LPD and you want more presentation. I got a lot of dopamine, and then I used that dopamine, that energy, to create one more presentation. Like that you should. But a lot of times people will feel happy and satisfied. And every time I say that you can feel happy but never feel satisfied. You should always have that hunger to do more and get more. then only you will continue to succeed in your life. And yes, Anusha, please, 1 minute only to everyone. I give chance to a lot of people. Okay, I have no other problem. The people who are having any busy works and all, please you can leave. But yeah, don't miss the fun because people are going to share certain jokes and also. Yeah, please, Anusha.
Sir, when I see the subconscious mind, get like I'm like totally my mind is going imagining everything, sir. You said visualization. It is important to like manifesting the energy. It releases the when we manifesting, it gives the energy to do. Yeah. And yeah, it's completed after cognitive distractions. Yeah, how we thinking negative, how do we change it to positive? Really, I'm the person, like I'm thinking negative. When I'm thinking negative, it gives positive. Like my inter total, that tone is going, sir. But I overcome the after BTech. Yeah. Yes, that situation is very hard to deal, but I overcome it. Yeah. And when I seeing I wrote the test, right? Yeah, I sent it. I get 1 mark. With 15 days, I started only thinking in positive. When I wrote the exam, RRB grade 1, I gave my best, sir, actually. I didn't, never ever, first time I wrote that exam without fear. Every exam, inter and btech, I wrote the exam in fearful way. I'm getting stomach pain also while writing exam, that much fear. Really, sir. And yeah, today class also very protected and growing to improve our growing. Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Anusha. Great. Next person.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all. When I joined this class, we were explaining pituitary gland and all this science topics are explaining. I, I, really I am went to my past intermediate. You are explaining like really we know so many things like that. You are explaining like without reading also I can write like that. You are explaining, sir. I got I want that time to be I want the teacher like you to explain all those things. I got connected to some of the when I writing the exam and all. Sometimes I am blank. I didn't remember also. Sometimes I got connected because of fear only. Sometimes it happened like that. I got connected to you. So sometimes some for listening the class also. Sometimes I got fear after the completion of class. I am relieved, sir, because of so many people in morning batch and all. I got uh, confidence and all while speaking. In the people, it is getting somewhat fear also. Yeah, you are explaining so many techniques also. I will implement in my life, sir. You are explaining so nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ratnasri. Good. Next.
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir. Today's
Nirosha.
presentation. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, sir. In today's presentation, I learned that uh, we are getting stressed, but we don't know what's the reason behind that. So today I got to know what's the reason. Because when I was attending GDs, in the GDs, I felt somewhat fear and I'm unable to talk. So I am thinking after completion of GD, I thought, what's the reason? I know about that, but why I can't speak in front of that HR and our friends? I Hello.
Yeah, continue.
Yes, sir. Now I got to know what's the reason behind that. Stress is okay, but taking action for that stress is important. So now that I learned, after that, letting go. Letting go anything negative things will make us happy. So if we'll let go any things in our life, then we'll be improving and we'll get growth in our life. That also I thought, because yesterday I shared you what's making me this and that. So now today that I got solution for that also. Yeah, sir, and stress management is very important in our life. So by doing meditation exercises and all, yeah, sir, I improved so much in my now. Wake up in early and doing meditation exercises and all. Yeah, sir. Thanks for telling.
Thank you so much, Nirosha. Okay, then. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining and listening very patiently. It's been 2 hours. It's not easy task to bring the people in online and making them to sit with the discipline and all. Biggest task, but I'm good at in that because I know what people want and what exactly people missing and all I know. And my manager told me, Rakesh, public pulse. And yeah, I know how to make the people interested towards subject, how to make the people towards good things and all. I know very much. So yeah, thank you all. Thanks. Because of you, I lost my pain also, tongue pain and also. Actually, before the class, Pujita called me. I think she did not join because of very important work. And she said that, sir, I have given the presentation in front of international people where I have presented my paper about my BTech project. She did major project. For that, she written on paper and it got selected to something international AI triple something it is there. So she has given her presentation in front of very big officials and her HOD, college members and all the guide and all. And she told, sir, I have given my presentation in front of that many big people without any fear. And they told me I have explained very well. And my HOD called and my guide called and said, people are very happy with the presentation skill which you have given and all like that. And she said, sir, I'm so happy. I'm feeling, over the crowd and all like that. She said, I said, wow, great. And yeah, congratulations. Sir, it's because of you and all like that. She said, I said, okay, but sir, sorry, sir, I'm going to miss today's class and all like that. She said, but I am also thinking whether I'll conduct the today's class or not. Shall I move it to tomorrow because my tongue is not able to speak? And I told, while I'm speaking, I'm getting a lot of saliva. Okay, and with that saliva, I can't even pronounce the words properly. While I was speaking with her, also, yeah, she asked, "Sir, why are you not able to speak properly?" And I said, there was a pain and all. But I was thinking, should I tell the people tomorrow? Shall I give or not? But I have invested so much of my time and all. Tomorrow, I have some other plan and all. Let me see if I can explain. I will explain only half of the slides, and I'll tell part two is next Saturday and all like that because a lot of slides are there, right? But yeah, once I get into the flow, then pain went in the middle itself, and I feel like okay. I just prayed. I don't know whether you know this book, Autobiography of Yogi by Paramahamsa Yogananda. Okay, that book. What exactly happened 2 years back? That book was on my table. Okay, that book was on my table. It was heavily raining outside. It was heavily raining outside, and in my village, the power will go immediately once it started raining. And on the day, the power went, and then the network was also, I was not getting good network, but I should conduct the class, and the book was there. And that book is full of magics and miracles. And I've read a lot of miracles and all. I just looked at that man photo and asked that, okay, if this book is real, okay, if you are true, whatever the stories are true, then I should get the power now and I should get internet also back. I should conduct my class. Yeah, we say, right? These things when power went, if the God is there, power should come now only and all like that. But at that time, I was thinking that because I was fully into spirituality at the time, I was telling myself, if these are all things true, then the miracle should happen in my life. And whether you believe it or not, outside it was heavily raining and cats and dogs, okay, pouring cats and dogs means heavily raining. And there was no network up to the time. But the moment when I started my class, internet came automatically without knowing also how it came. Also, I continued my class 1.5 hours on that day and I saw the beauty of that book. And today also, I remember that day. Okay, that day I got that power and then given, right? So today, let's see if that can happen or not. Then same thing has happened. So it's simple. If your intentions are pure, then nature, God, energy, everything will help you. But if your intentions are wrong, then eventually you will fall. How much you grow, eventually you will fall. So even though your actions maybe looks somewhat painful and all to other, but your intentions are thief and doctor holds the knife only. But the intention with which they use the knives are different. with that only your karma is associated. Obviously, doctor also stab you in the stomach and thief also stab you in the stomach, but the karma associated with the intention with which you are stabbing is, and that's what you should understand. Okay, that's all from my end. Thank you so much for waiting, completing my presentation, and we have successfully completed 2 hours presentation. Okay, bye, take care, have a great day. And the people who want to share more, then you can write down everything in the feedback, and I'll write down, sorry, I'll read everything because tomorrow Sunday. And bye, take care. And now you understood what to do with your life, and just don't listen and leave, implement, then you will see the changes. You can also say a lot of things in your life. Okay, thank you, bye, take care.
Thank you, sir.